The underground.
I'm Dean Muhsin from Bearweasel. I'm going to be playing at the Ist and Viva Harlem Nights warehouse party in East London, and hopefully not playing too badly.
And I'm Lou Page, other part of Bearweasel, who'll be in the corner having lots to drink.
Music for me is kind of where I started was I had an older brother who's like 9 years older than me. So when I was a kid, like really young, I got to see like my brother, who I thought was like really cool, like sort of playing records like Dougie Fresh, The Show, like really early hip hop and breakdance stuff. And one of those records was Kraftwerk, Tour de France. I remember on Breakdance the movie, which I don't know whether you've seen it. It's the most embarrassing film on earth if you watch it now. There's nothing remotely cool about it. It looks just terrible. But there's a scene where there's a geezer body popping to Kraftwerk, Tour de France, and to me, like to like a 4-year-old kid, watching someone body pop for the first time to a record that sounded like it was made by robots was fucking like magic, absolute magic. And I don't know, it's bizarre because I can actually trace everything back to that. It's the biggest, most defining moment in my life. I'm not sure about that.
I don't think I've got a defining moment, but my dad was really heavily into sort of all different types of music, like Blondie and Stranglers, through to like Prodigy, all that sort of stuff. So I've always had a bit of a interest from him, and then yeah, I used to do a lot of dancing as well as a kid, so putting music on and having a dance about.
That's surely the point.
Yeah.
Me and Lou are partners, and we've been together for about 6 months. When we first met, we met basically through going out, and we met through a friend who like worked for me at the time, who's also a DJ and a producer, and like he was like, you know, you two should meet, you to get on. So we went out and we started going clubbing together, and we like, you know, in there exactly the same music and stuff, and then we got together, and then I actually don't remember.
There was one Sunday when we were both really skint and we were going to go out to some party in London on Sunday afternoon, and we decided to go down the studio and have a bit of a play about. And
yeah, because I'd went through this period of like years of having access to a studio and being a producer and stuff, and not actually finishing anything. So yeah, we went down, and then it happened.
Play about, and yeah, ta-da!
Yeah, we managed to nail like a single, and then immediately after, a friend of mine, Ali, who is Perk, he runs a label called Perk Chat, asked us to remix Remute, just on the off chance, and we did that, and we had a total fluke. I think we nailed that like in 2 days, and it turned out like, without sounding out, it turned out really good. So I'm really pleased with it. So, and then after that, it's just snowballed, and I mean like really like snowballed, not.
But we've worked hard for it. Every weekend we're in the studio, like every Saturday and Sunday. We often joke, like, what do other normal couples do? Because we're just in the studio looking at a big computer screen,
it's quite depressing,
talking about bass lines over dinner. But
yeah, no, we do. There's often a conversation about compression in bed. It's properly
romantic.
Yeah, no, it is. It's romance. I can see you're getting aroused now. One of the biggest influence, I think, in terms of production in the last 6 months has been probably Luciano.
Definitely.
Not so much his productions, but the way he DJs. And I think we've tried to kind of go down a certain route. Not so much down the route that we want.
We don't plan
to play our records or anything like that.
We don't plan it, but I think it's just in the back of our head. We're constantly thinking, would
how
would he play this, or would this fit in this?
Yeah, which is it's kind of strange really. Like bass, kind of I don't know. It's a really difficult one to explain because it's not about like making records that he would play. It's not about, but he does get a great vibe going, and I think we've had some great nights out, particularly in Fabric, listening to Luciano play.
We probably actually never have sat down and gone, right, let's do a track
There's
like
not
this.
There's not a lot of conscious effort.
In fact, we should probably like have a bit of a think about it next time.
I think sometimes there's a kernel of an idea, but then by the second studio session it just goes to shit.
We just start doing things and just see where it goes.
Yeah, you can only write what you write. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're an incredibly talented engineer and producer, you can't go in and say, right, I'm going to start, and that's what I want to end up. Because electronic music, the palette is so broad, it's really difficult to kind of go in and say, right, this is what I want to create, and be able to tweak every sound and make the arrangement perfectly how you want it. It's not going to happen. So you just got to be happy with what you write and kind of what just happens.
Had an EP out for Supernature, which is Audiofly's label, which we're both really pleased about.
Yeah, no, it's been good. This is called the Ruin EP, which is kind of it's a track called Monkey Air, and drummer and there's a friend of ours, Solomon, who's doing really well at the minute. He did a remix, and that's doing really well. And we had the remix on Pair Tracks, which came out in November last year. And then next up, I actually can't think in chronological order, but I think next up is a remix that we did for a guy called Dan Drastic, who runs Moon Harbour, or he works for Moon Harbour in Germany. And that's coming out on Hairy Claw, which is a label that I run with Steve Courty from Chicken Lips. And then after that, we've got an EP coming out on Suba called the Indian Runner EP. There's a general theme, all the EPs are named after ducks. Because we live by the river, so we're influenced by ducks. Or we just don't have a lot of time on our hands.
My name is Louisa, and when Dean was drunk one night, was calling me Louiesel, and then it got shortened to Weasel. So that's Dean's little nickname for me, and I just think that Dean looks like a grizzly bear sometimes.
I think it's a testament to what my mood is, and that's also probably you're the first person who we'd already sussed out. We both work in music PR, so we're aware that people will ask that at one point, and we knew that we're going to have to tell people, and it's fucking embarrassing, really. Basically, our alias comes out of our pet names for each other, which is fucking disgusting.
Well, I didn't want a serious name, like, all of it just makes me giggle, really. To the fact that we make records together, I just think it's quite funny.
Yeah, we get called the Sonny Cher of house music. Although I don't beat her quite as much as Sonny beat Cher. But I am planning to do that. That's 2008, that's what Lords is going to be. Beatings for Lou, and the Dan Drastic remix, the Suba thing, and then we've got another thing coming out on Supernature, and lots of stuff.